Hi guys, it's Christy again from Mommy Loves Makeup. I thought I would do a quick March favorites video. I don't know what the rules are. I'm kind of just, I see other YouTubers do this, so I thought I would do my favorites for the month. And these are things that I just seem to use every day. Almost all of them are things I use every day and just can't get enough of. So I will start with my foundation. This month, the favorite for sure has been this Shiseido Sun Protection Liquid Foundation. I have the color SP50. I have oily skin. This is a great foundation for oily skin. Love it. Great color match, great coverage. Love the SPF 42. I just can't think of anything wrong with this foundation, so I highly recommend that. Next, I will say that you know I've mentioned that I've had trouble with melasma on my skin, and it's basically a hormonal problem. I changed birth control a while back, and what happens is when I'm exposed to the sun, if I don't have sunscreen on or a hat, I will get these brown patches on my forehead. And I know I've said that I love hydroquinone products. I usually don't use them for longer than 6 months, and my favorite has always been the Obagi Clear. And you know, it's expensive. It's like, you know, $75, $80, and I try other things, and it was winter, so I was in the period where I wasn't using a hydroquinone product, and I tried using a 2% one, and it did work. It was just a much slower, fading of my spots. So I broke down and I bought the Obagi Clear again, and it's step 3 in the Obagi system. It has 4% hydroquinone, and I got it from lovelyskin.com. I'll link to all this stuff, and this, in a matter of 2 weeks, has given me like 50% improvement on the pigmentation, fading the pigmentation problems I had on my forehead. So I love this stuff. If you are having, if you have sunspots or brown patches and you're okay with using a hydroquinone product, I highly recommend this. This is one of my favorites, and this has even been better than the prescription things that I've gotten from a dermatologist's office, like the Triluma and Epiquin Micro. And all of those things are things that cost over $100 if your healthcare doesn't cover your prescriptions. So it can be expensive. So this costs less money, and it's still expensive, but it's very effective for me. And it's the one I tend to always go back to. And if anyone's curious about the whole Obagi system, just let me know and I can do a whole video about that too. But I love this. Next, I'm going to say my favorite blush. I got this in February, and I cannot get enough of it. It's a NARS blush. It is Deep Throat. And to me, this is just such a better pigmented blush for my skin tone, which is like an NC30-ish in MAC shades. It's one of those peachy pinks, and this Deep Throat is just beautiful. I'm wearing it now. It's like my go-to blush, sorry. And yeah, if you are ready to experiment with NARS blushes, because they are expensive, I think this is like $28. It's a lot. But again, I use it every day. To me, it's worth it. Great pigment. It's just, and it stays. It really, the staying power is great, and the color payoff is great. So I highly recommend this blush. And another thing I got this month that I seem to be wearing every day, when I got my Lorac products from Lorac.com, I got this, and it's a pretty boring color. It's called Beige. It's an eyeshadow. It was $4 in their VIP clearance section. It's just a kind of a whitey, taupey, like beigey color. And I use this with my Sonia Kashuk, I forget what this is called. I'll link to it, but this is just the cheaper of the Sonia Kashuk eyeshadow brushes, and I'll dip it in there. And this is my base after I put my, I use kind of like a concealer base. I use one from Mally Beauty, but just like the MAC pot concealer, if you like using that type of concealer before you put on your eye makeup, I put the concealer type base on first, then I pat this all over my eyelid up to my brow bone, and then I actually, since it's like a skinny brush, I will dip it in here, and you can see, maybe I'll hold up, but from the side. It's kind of a skinny brush. And so I will get under here and like put the powder under there, and this helps my eyeliner from sliding. I just have very oily lids, and for some reason I have trouble keeping my eyeliner in place. And that solved a lot of problems for me, and I use it every day. So $4, and I want to say this was no more than $5, I think. Great. Highly recommend the Sonia Kashuk brushes. I think if you're, lusting after MAC or, the Sigma, or, you're just not ready to pay that much money for all those brushes, totally try this brand of brushes, and I think they're great. Next is something I found in Sephora. I don't know, randomly picked this up. Even though I was happy with my Rimmel eyebrow pencil, I decided to get this, here, I'll hold up the box so you can see it better. It's the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. And what is cool about this, I have the brunette, and I have like pretty much black eyebrows. And the brunette is like a perfect color match for me, and it is just one of those, it's a really, you can twist it up. It's like a really skinny tip, really skinny, and this is expensive. It was like $18 to $20, somewhere in there. And gosh, I do have to say I really like it. Because it's such a fine tip, I can get just like a really natural look on my brows when I'm filling them in. And it's like a perfect color for me. The Rimmel, the dark brown in the Rimmel has kind of a reddish tint, which can be good depending on if my hair color is kind of going in that direction. But this one is just a perfect match. And it has a little spoolie end too. And it's a really thin, kind of stubby spoolie, for grooming your brows, and I like that end as well. So if you're looking for a brow pencil, I know this is on the expensive end, but wow, this Brow Wiz from Anastasia is really, really, really nice pencil. And if you're a brunette with like dark, almost black eyebrows, great match in the brunette. Okay, another favorite that has come back this month is I love those Moroccan argan oils, and I had tried the one in the blue cap, the blue bottle, or I forget what it's called. I think it's just called Moroccan oil. But this is the one I had tried first, and it used to be called Moroccan Gold. And my hairdresser used to sell this, but then she went to the other one, and for some reason this one works much better for me. And this is the 4-ounce size, and this was like $28. So I'll link to that. So it's cheaper than the other one, which I know is around $42, that you can now get at the drugstores and stuff. But this is one of those argan oils. It's called Agadir, and I love this. I don't use any other styling products, and this just kind of does some little miracle on my hair where it just keeps it looking healthy, and I just really, really like that. So I'll link to that. And finally, I'm going to show you some shoes I got. And I totally was a copycat. Lisa D1 had, in one of her older videos, she had shown these shoes, and they were always in the back of my mind. And I live in Florida, so I need like flip-flops or something comfortable like that. And when I was pregnant with both my girls, I sort of wore the Croc flip-flops so much, and to the point where everyone got sick of them. They were like, God, please don't wear those Crocs anymore. So I hadn't really had Crocs in a long time, but I just got these ones. Sorry, they're sand. We were at the beach. They got the crisscross here and a heel, and they look so cute on. I think I paid like $35. I'll link to the place where I got them on Amazon. And I also got them in the bronze color. Really, these are so cute. And it's so funny. So many people have been asking me about these. Like when I'm wearing them, they're like, oh my gosh, those are so cute. And I'm like, oh, they're Crocs. And they're like, no way. So I know these are like last season's Crocs, and they probably have newer models, but these are so cute. So I'll link to them, and if you want a comfy shoe, that's a great beach shoe and a great, just comfortable shoe for everyday wear. I know for me as a mom, sometimes comfort wins over what's fashionable. So I really like those.